Look no further than the war, if it is death you seek. The kindly handmaiden to life, she prefers the souls of the damned to keep her company. Karunus, the Nord of Omens. Luckily, he was right. Death does prefer the howls of souls being long dead from torment and agony, and, again, lucky for her, I am a provider. Forgive me, I'm not feeling very well, as I've had no one to keep me company. You are my first guest in 200 years. Now, don't feel too scared, for I'm not going to harm you. Not yet, at least. Yes, please, assess my domain before we continue, is all he mutters as you hastily look around at the empty cavern filled with an unknown light source. You'll notice that I have no furniture, no doors, nothing. It is a plain, empty cave illuminated by a false light that I have created since my birth. Now, if you don't mind, I will relate a story. My story. No interruptions, please. You settle down as he begins to relate his story from his birth to this current time. What he said is in a different, more guttural language. Demonic, I suppose. You chuckle to yourself at your own little joke, but he looks at you seriously and says, "Why, yes, it is the demonic language." You catch on quickly. You then shudder and begin to listen to his story. You feel oddly full of serenity, and no one could break it. Not even it. I have lived for millennium, starting with the birth of the first man, and that nonsense about Adam and Eve, well, it's exactly that. Nonsense. See, you humans are rather too smart for your own good, but it will pass. It will pass indeed. He chuckles, which sounds more to you like a dog growling, but a pitch lower than that. I have seen the rise and fall of many men, some good, such as JFK and Roosevelt. Teddy. A noble man he was. It's a shame that they lied about his death. Want to know a secret? Many a man have died by possession. The human body is incapable of holding a full demonic spirit in them. I've learned that the hard way, sadly. And I've also seen the fall of some evil men, such as Hitler and Genghis Khan. Poor bastards. No one knows why they did what they did. You are suddenly warped to a point in time that involves each historical figure dying. JFK being shot, but you see JFK, so you know that it isn't him that was possessed. Maybe it was the assassin that killed him, is all you slightly muse. Theodore Roosevelt dying of cardiovascular disease. Teddy was possessed for just that moment for the cardiovascular system to fail. Hitler shooting himself in a bunker to prevent being captured, and Genghis Khan lying on his deathbed ordering the Zizia to be demolished. You were back into the cave with him. You saw them, didn't you? Yes, some died by my brother, but I personally inhabited Teddy. A shame they couldn't see the truth, but you do now, don't you? In fact, I will show you how he died, personally. The demon then disappears, and you begin to shudder and spam uncontrollably, violently as if these were your death throes. You hear a voice in your head, "I am the evil in mankind, and never will I be denied. You are mine, body, soul, and mind. You will never feel this pain again unless we meet in the future." Out of curiosity, you suddenly stop having a spasm, and you feel the urge to eat. You're getting hungrier by the second, but before you can think about eating yourself, your arms start to burn. You turn and notice that they're swelling from the fingers to the forearm to the shoulder. You begin to yell in pain as your fingers explode from the heat. After the burns keep you alive and stem the blood flow, your forearms burst from the compression, one by one, and you lose pieces of your arm. You then fall on your knees, keening and yearning for death. You see your life of hunting demons and vampires and other mystical beings who cause harm. It's coming to an end. So, you were a demon hunter. This is a plus for me then, as I will enjoy tearing you apart from the inside out much more. You roll over onto your stomach, just as a searing feeling of agony tears through your chest. You feel your lungs collapse, your heart give out, and you stare at a blackened dawn, and you know your time has come. As blood pours from your ears, eyes, and holes where the arms used to be, you begin to see a red mist as the demon materializes above you. He stands, laughing. No, howling at your death. You feel the pain of 1,000 men and are too stubborn to die. It's a shame, really. You died by me. But the last man I inhabited, he died in front of a firing squad, 3 years after being in an asylum. He didn't do anything, mind you, just had a shitty life, so I made it worse and killed him for his own sake. You, however, I take pleasure in all of my kills, but you, a demon hunter, nonetheless, have died by your sworn enemy. Now, take a message to your gods, tell them my name and nothing else, tell them that name of which no man may speak. He disappears once more, and a single thought, a name, is implanted into your mind as you die. You feel lighter, but you carry a burden. Man is not safe, and never will be. Deaf Brother, Agony of the Mind.